welcome to this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, this past week's weather has been a little unsettled in most of eastern South Dakota, depending on the days that you were out. A lot of wind, some rain, and that limited the number of people that were going out and honestly limited the number of reports coming into the store as well. The main story was bitter. Again, bitter has been one of those most consistent bodies of water that have been producing fish all summer long. The main story there is you catch a lot of 13 to 15 inch fish, so you're going to have to sort through them and catch them better quality. But again, nothing wrong with 14 to 15 inch fish, a nice eater to say the least. So the lakes up in the northeastern part of the state that produced walleyes included, other than bitter, Waubay, Big Stone, Reed, Hazelton, Indian Springs, few being caught there, as well as Drywood, Opitz, Goose, and then also Dry Lake by Clark. Down in the southeastern part of the state, the lakes that produce walleyes, mainly concentrated around 2 or 3 lakes. Dry Lake by Willow Lake, a lot of people were doing okay there. Thompson and also Whitewood. And then a few being caught at Ponset, 81 Ponds, Sinai, Twin, and then also Brant, North Island, and Madison, a few being caught there. The Missouri River, the bite continues to be a little bit better and a little bit more consistent from Chamberlain south. But again, everyone seems to be going after those trophy fish up on Oahe. Now, what are people doing to catch them? A lot of snap jigging right now. A lot of people pulling crankbaits. A lot of them now are switching over to more of a stick bait, like the Walleye Nation Creation Reaper. Other people are also bottom bouncing with slow death and crawlers. So again, that time of the year, don't stick to one presentation. Mix it up a little bit. As far as the perch bite is concerned, the lakes that produce perch include Big Stone, a lot of perch being caught there, but in the 8 to 10 inch range, to say the least. And then also Kempesca, Pelican, Waubay, Thompson, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Ponset, and then also Whitewood. And then also the bluegill has been doing quite well, especially up in Big Stone. Nice quality bluegill being caught up there. Then other lakes include Clear Lake, Bullhead, Cochrane, and then a few being caught at Vermilion, and then also Henry at Scotland. Now, what are people doing to catch the crappies? I should say the perch and the bluegills. Nothing special. A lot of waxworms being used, also small red worms or small pieces of crawler on small jigs, such as I have it right here, the Northland Tungsten Flat Fry has been working quite well. Again, that's the Northland Tungsten Flat Fry Fly, and you can see it right here, has been working quite well. Other ones include the Northland Tungsten mayflies and bloodworms have been also working well. They're just bouncing that off the bottom a little bit, and those perch are down there digging at it. So again, those bloodworms as well as the mayflies have really been the ticket. And then this, the flat fry tipped with a waxworm has also been quite deadly, especially up at Big Stone. Well, last week in Todd's Tackle Tips, we talked about technique-specific rods, and this week we're going to continue to talk about rods, but we're going to talk about more panfish or perch rods, because why? It's that time of the year. As I said in the report section, the perch are taking off at Big Stone, and a lot of people want to get their family and their friends and even themselves on that perch bite. And really the whole key is making sure that you have the proper rod. You can catch perch with your walleye rods or anything like that, but again, those perch are going to bite so light that you may not even feel it or see it with a normal walleye rod. And that's why we carry a number of different companies' perch rods or panfish rods, whether or not you're talking rods from Fenwick or Okuma or you name it, Berkeley. We have them, and I'm going to highlight just a few because these are some of our favorites and are some of our more popular rods that we sell here at the store year in and year out. Now, the main one that we sell a lot of is the Cubby panfish rods. Comes in 2 different lengths, a 6 and a 7 foot. They're 2-piece rods. We ship these all across the country, and the main reason is because of this tip. I don't know if you can get to see it that well, but look at that right there. I mean, just a flexible tip, and that's the whole key on these perch rods, is that you want to have enough backbone to land the fish and set the hook. But also you can lay this rod right along your boat edge, and it's going to act just like a spring bobber that you may use during the wintertime, but it's going to be very light and sensitive, to say the least, and it's going to easily show you where when you have a bite. We also have a combo with these rods, and these combos range anywhere from in price $59 on up to $89. So again, a great rod to have, great combo to have throughout the perch season. Now, one of the popular rods this year has been our trout and panfish series from Temple Fork Outdoors. The main reason is because these rods come with a lifetime warranty. They come in a number of different actions, anywhere from 5 foot on up to 7 foot. Again, I can't emphasize, it's very hard to get a lifetime warranty on a perch rod, but they do have it. In other words, no questions asked. We replace it over the counter for the lifetime, not only the rod, but your lifetime or as long as you have the rod. So again, if you haven't seen these rods, stop on by and take a look. The Panfish and Trout Series by Temple Fork Outdoors. Also, I don't have it here handy right now, but we also carry the St. Croix Panfish Series rods. Very reliable, great warranty on that rod. The whole key is making sure that you have the rod that fits your budget. And that's the great thing that you have here at Dakota Angler, is that we don't just have 1 or 2 rods. We have a whole series of rods from different companies to fit your budget and fit the way that you're going to fish. And let us help you out with that. That's what we're here for. We're not going to be pushy salesmen. We want to assist you in making sure that you get what you're looking for and that fits your budget. So if you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to stop by here at the store, take a look at the great selection, but also feel free to give us a call at 605-336-9132, and we'll answer all your questions over the phone. But also check us out on the web, because like I said, we ship these rods all across the country, and that website is dakotaangler.com. And now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, all you have to do is send me that photo, and you can do so by sending it to Todd at dakotaangler.com. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to remind you that as the kids are heading back to school, it's hard to believe that it's already that time of the year, but also I want you to do one other favor, is that as you mark that day off on the calendar of the kids going back to school, also mark on the calendar the day of the Ice Institute, November 8th through the 10th at the Sioux Falls Arena and Convention Center. Folks, this show is going to be bigger and better than ever. We're going to have some fantastic speakers, to say the least, ones that have never been to the show before, but are also nationally known. So keep that in mind. Nice little teaser there. So again, November 8th through the 10th at the Sioux Falls Arena and Convention Center, the Dakota Angler Ice Institute. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report for Dakota Angler. I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! Thanks for watching, folks. Stay healthy and always stay safe.